Great to talk to you guys from SEMA 2021. Seth Ravndal from BlackLake Research and Development. We're publicly revealing to a large audience, this is the first time the BlackLake XT1 is being shown. We look around SEMA here and just look at all these amazing vehicles and all the different vehicles that fit all these different types of needs and customer desires. We wanted to build something for that customer that wanted all of that pre-runner capability, but he still wanted to have a truck that was his daily driver, that it was his sports car, that was his toy. Who knows where it fits in his life, but something special that has that OE level of integration with that aftermarket level of performance. We ended up widening the truck out 8 inches. A couple of things on the underneath that required complete new suspension front and rear. We start up front with some 70-75 billet aluminum control arms. Definitely expensive, but customer safety is #1, and we just can't risk castings. Paired with some SPC high alignment upper ball joints, JRI internal bypass shocks with damping adjustment, amazing control. You pair that with some hydraulic jounce shocks, and the bottom out ability is amazing. So 11.8 inches of travel. It drives like you feel like you're riding on 16. So this truck's sitting on a set of BF Goodrich 35s. 35, 12, 50 KM3s and some black Rhino Beadlocks. To house this all in, we did carbon fiber bodywork. The bodywork wraps in full to the factory mounting, so it's not a patch panel. They're completely replacement panels. We pair the carbon fiber with some Kevlar so that anybody that's out wheeling, playing with their truck, you happen to hit a tree, you hit something, and you want to tear that carbon, the Kevlar will keep it from turning into a knife on the side of the car. So moving back, we had the real challenge was trying to get these fenders to really mate in and have that sort of OE look, that seamless OE look. So we designed these vents, which are actually functional, to continue that door surface into it and really allow those to look like they were integrated and designed to go together. Add some running boards for those with a little bit shorter stature or maybe a spouse of that. And then we move back to the back where it really gets exciting. Tore the whole rear suspension out of the truck. So basically behind the cab, the only thing left in this truck is the fuel tank, the inner bed structure, and the tailgate. Everything else gets removed. Complete new rear axle, 4130 TIG welded trailing arms. Once again, JRI shocks, lantern mark hydraulic jounce shocks. And we actually had to, in order to maintain the production fuel tank, we had to do a horizontal Watts link that's mounted to the top of the differential. Gives us a nice high roll center, allows us to have that stability, but still keep that low spring rate to keep that rear end from sort of pogoing over the big stuff. Wanted to keep as OE of a look in the back as we could, so we actually have both bumpers, front and rear, have a steel structure underneath with a composite cover. And then we wanted to maintain the factory step bumper for the guys that want to get in out of it, because keeping the bed usable was a big initiative of when we started this. Actually, we can't see it today, but even integrated the width marker lights right into the bumper cap to try to keep the fenders really clean. We got to the bed, we seriously considered doing a insert panel, a patch panel, but then finally decided that we would do a full bed replacement. So actually all of the trim surfaces that run behind where a production panel will bond, we've recreated those into ours, so there is no seam at any of the edges around the bed. So any of the aging, if you exercise the truck, if the truck sees a lot of weather, a lot of temperature, you will not begin to see witness marks in these panels where that panel was installed. In addition, keeping the full wrap as the production panel goes on allows you to use all of the production trim pieces and really continue to give you that fully integrated, almost OE look. All the shocks, dual reservoir, dual adjustable, once again internal bypass, 3.0 dampers, and in the back, in order to get the travel, we have a long enough shock, we had to come up through the bed. So we seal the upper shock mount so that the guy can go play in the mud, in the water, in the dirt, and still put things in the back of his truck and not make a mess out of it. We did tie in the fender well. We have a stay that tries to supports that shock structure from deflecting. And then in the bed, we have a lateral support structure that we integrated in with the spare tire mount. So once again, to really solidify those upper shock mounts, eliminate any sort of deflection, and then brought the canisters and the adjustments up into the bed. We really wanted to keep that OE look to the truck, so we We once again have a steel structured bumper with a composite overlay, and then we did nest into it. We packaged a Warn ZEON 12S Platinum winch, so you have the full wireless control, even declutching, which allows you the complete freedom to operate your winch without ever having to access it. Completely nested in, remote comes with the vehicle. And then we did actually even link that power module as well as the e-locker rear are both integrated in with an S-Pod touchscreen control module that we integrated in with the instrument panel inside the truck. Carbon, this one currently is carbon and titanium. Hood extractor is functional, so it's functional hood extractor with grills in order to prevent any sort of debris getting in, potential hazard or potential fire hazard or contamination under the hood. As we mentioned, we really wanted to build this completely integrated truck where you can drive it on road, enjoy it on road, it behaves on road, but still have this amazing off-road performance. One of the late developers was finding out that Lingenfelter Magnuson was going to have a completely EO certified supercharger, which really made the trifecta in this thing. We have the beautiful sort of exclusive look, the off-road performance, but now we have this power that just makes the adrenaline rush even more. Enabled by that is the HP Tuners unlocked ECU, allowed them to go install this supercharger, tune it to this truck. Right now, estimates basically correlating from the dyno about 650 horsepower.